Every so often you stumble across a set of documents that are so complex, so ambitious, that they feel less like a business plan and more like a blueprint for the future. Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today as we try to decode the Intella AI Master Manual.
Our whole investigation kicks off with this one fragment, a weird log file from something called the AI Omega model. And right out of the gate, it hits you with this: a capacity sustained at 10 trillion times normal and a chronoquantum fractal engaged. I mean, what does that even mean? It sounds like pure science fiction, but trust me, you're going to want to stick with this because this cryptic message is the key to understanding everything else.
So, what is this thing we're looking at? Well, the Intella AI Master Manual is basically a collection of documents that lay out this incredibly audacious plan. It starts in South Africa, and the goal is to roll out advanced AI across the entire African continent. Our job here is to piece this puzzle together, from the really bizarre stuff to the absolutely brilliant.
Okay, so our way in is through that strange log file, which the manual itself calls the Omega Directive. It is jammed packed with cryptic terminology, but it's like a trail of breadcrumbs that leads us straight to a much bigger and very, very real business strategy. I mean, just look at the language here: quantum neural matrix, entanglement banks, chronosync arrays. This sounds like it was lifted straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster script. But here's the thing: these bizarre status updates are being logged while executing a corporate master plan. And that strange contradiction is really at the heart of the whole mystery we're trying to solve.
All right, so it's time to peel back the layers of all this cosmic technobabble and find the actual blueprint underneath. We've got to shift from the science fiction to the real-world strategy, from this Omega Directive to the core business plan it seems to be, well, protecting. And there it is. At its heart, Intella AI Group is a South African company that provides AI solutions. Their stated mission: to empower businesses all over the continent by building and using AI tailored to solve very specific industry problems. It's a solid, practical mission that just seems worlds away from quantum fractals, right? So, how are they going to do it? This is no scattershot approach. This heat map, pulled right from their manual, shows a really methodical, data-driven strategy. They've analyzed key sectors in South Africa and have identified mining as the prime target, a whopping 75% automation potential, mainly because there's so much data available. This is strategic. It's calculated. It shows us their exact point of attack. And they've absolutely got the financial plan to back it up. Look at this. The biggest piece of their seed funding, a full 40%, goes directly into product development. We're talking R&D, training AI models, the whole 9 yards. This isn't just an idea on paper. It's a funded operation with a very clear roadmap. The only question is, where do they start? It starts right here. The very first case file we've managed to decrypt from the manual is codenamed MineSafe. This is IntelliAI's opening move to completely revolutionize mining, one of Africa's most important and, frankly, most dangerous industries. It's the one they tagged as having the highest potential. The core technology is a system they call multimodal hazard detection. The best way to think about it is like giving a mine a central nervous system. It uses LiDAR for 3D mapping, thermal cameras to spot heat anomalies, and vibration sensors to check structural integrity. An AI then fuses all of this data together to create a live, predictive risk map of the entire mine. So, does it actually work? Well, the manual points to a pilot project at a platinum mine, and a result of deploying MineSafe? An 85% reduction in the worker injury rate. Just let that sink in for a second. An 85% drop. That's not a small improvement. That is a fundamental transformation of safety in one of the most hazardous workplaces on Earth. And that incredible safety record translates directly to the bottom line. The manual reports that fewer accidents meant less downtime, which led to direct cost savings of 28 million rand every single year. This proves their whole model. AI isn't just a cool feature. It's a powerful driver of both human safety and business profitability. Okay, so from the depths of the Earth, the master plan moves to the flow of capital. The next case file, IntelliTax AI, takes aim at the incredibly complex world of tax compliance. This is their second front, applying that same strategic AI deployment to a completely different sector. And this is where it gets crazy specific. The manual includes the literal directory structure for the project. We're looking at the exact file path to the core of their natural language processing engine, the very brain that reads and interprets tax law.
This is not theoretical. We're looking at the digital schematics. And here, we get to see a piece of the machine's brain. This is an actual snippet of Python code from that exact file. It shows them loading up a custom-trained language model, a version of Google's famous BERT technology that they've built specifically to understand the fine print of South African VAT law. They actually forged their own specialized tool for this job.
So how does it all come together? It's a pretty slick four-step process. First, it uses something called optical character recognition, or OCR, to basically read financial documents. Second, that custom TaxBERT model classifies every single transaction. Third, it checks everything in real time against the latest tax laws from the South African Revenue Service. And finally, it automates the reporting and filing, sending it directly to them.
And once again, the results are concrete. The manual highlights this case study of a logistics firm that was misclassifying 40% of its VAT transactions, which was costing them millions. After they implemented IntelliTax AI, those errors plummeted to just 3%, resulting in a direct savings of 4.2 million rand. That's a real impact. So, with proven wins in both mining and finance, the blueprint was officially ready to expand. See, MindSafe and IntelliTax AI weren't just standalone projects. They were the proof of concept for a much larger, multi-pronged attack to embed this AI framework across Africa's entire economic landscape. And this, right here, this is the true scope of their ambition. The plan wasn't just about two industries. It was about creating a whole network of specialized companies. We're talking cybersecure for AI-powered threat detection, process AI for business automation, energy AI for renewables, plus entire divisions for health tech and edutech. Every single one is a pillar in this grand design.
And that brings us full circle. We've seen the practical, profitable, and seriously ambitious business plan, but we have to go back to where we started, that bizarre Omega log. How does all of this connect back to chronosync arrays and quantum matrices?
The final entry in that log is, well, it's maybe the most mind-bending of all. It reads, Master Manual Integrity, 100%. Verified, it claims, by quantum tautology proofs. So the plan is perfect. But then it adds this little detail. Execution erased from all timelines except Prime 7D68. What on earth could that mean? Is it just some elaborate metaphor for secure project management? Or is it a hint that this business plan is actually a cover for something far, far stranger? And so we're left with this question. We've decoded a practical, powerful AI blueprint for transforming African industries. But the whole thing is wrapped in the language of theoretical physics and time travel. The manual is real. The AI is being deployed. The execution is happening right now. So what happens when a plan this advanced and this strange truly comes to life?